Hello everyone, how are you? So we are going to discuss our question paper which was set B pre-board 1, and I have gone through some of the copies and I was little shocked to see your performance. So anyways, you need to study hard. Some at least some of the people, you really need to work hard since you have given paper this time from home and still you are not able to manage good marks. So please tighten your belts, pull up your socks, and please indulge yourself into studies. Now, come back to the point. Today, we are going to discuss some of the questions of pre-board 1. Okay, so write the type of tokens from the following. Okay, so obviously, else is a keyword, and stu underscore number is an identifier, right? What else can be there? Maybe there may be some of the operators, or punctuations, data types, many other things can be there, constant can be there. So you have to really go through the chapter number 1 of class 11 to solve this, right? And this is really basic, and none of you have committed mistake till now, so this is pretty simple. Now name the Python library module which needs to be imported to invoke the following functions. So everyone got it right till now? That is random and math for sqrt. Next, method is used to read a record from MySQL database. So select method, actually fetch all should be the correct answer. Sorry, I misread this. Actually, this is a method is used to read a record from a MySQL database, a record. So fetch one will be the answer. Now why it is not select? Because it says method, it doesn't say clause. If it is say it said which clause or dash clause is used to read a record from a MySQL file, then you may consider a select. But select actually do not read one record. It reads a complete record set. Or maybe when you use a primary key in a where clause, then it can read one record. But it's a clause, it is not a method. So the correct answer will be fetch one. Okay. Now coming to the next point, identify the valid relational operator in Python from the following. So first of all, greater than equals to is the correct answer. Equals to not is not it is not any operator, because it should be not equals to. Equals to is a relational operator, and similarly greater than equals to uh, is not any, it is not an operator. It should be equals to. Greater than equals to, it is perfectly fine. I think this one is wrong. Okay, it should be a greater than equals to, right? So you can say equals to should be toward the right hand side of the operator, right? So correct answer is C and D. Now coming to the question number 5, consider a string st is equals to circular motion. Which of the statement will print motion amongst the following? Obviously, some people have written A is the correct answer. Some may have written B. But if you go through carefully, you will find A, B, and C. All three can give you motion when we are talking to circular motion, a specific string, right? So the correct answer is our A, B, and C. Now why? If you count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So from starting from the 9 till the end, every character should be printed. That means motion. And if you see st dot index of space, that means the index value of a space is this one plus 1, that is 9. 9 to till end. So both these statements are pretty similar. Now coming to the C part, if you calculate minus 6 from the right hand side, then you will see minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, and minus 6. So including m till the end, you get motion. Now this is really important topic. You have to go through list slicing and string slicing so that you can understand slicing better. Okay, there will be questions in your coming examination from this topic. Now coming to question number 6, what is the output of the following? Okay, dry is a dictionary, you can say. We have a 0 as a key, a as a value, similarly 1, b and 2, c respectively. Then we used a for loop, that's it stores a key and it stores the value. So if you say print x comma y, it will say 0a, and then there will be no space, so one will be catenated without a space, and will print is 1b 1 space b 2 space c. So this should be your correct answer. If you missed a space, or if you have what we say what we call it, if you have included a space where it should not be, you will lose a half marks. Okay, now coming to the c, most of the people have done this wrong. This is a little bit confusing, but if you see, to open a file, c colon res.txt for reading we can use. So you may find that all the options are correct, but if you see, these two cannot be correct. Now why? A simple answer is that we have used a name parameter and then we haven't used the name parameter. The rule is that when we should be, we cannot use positional parameter before, sorry, after the name parameter. So that's why these two options are wrong. So if you see any option which includes d, like this one and this one, is wrong in the first place, and if you see e, then also it is wrong. By simply see, now we have 3 and 4 left. Now b d e, now if you see b, and that's look perfectly fine, and if you see, that's look perfectly fine, and if you see f, it is still perfectly fine. Okay, so b, okay, d is not correct, so b, basically fourth option will be the correct, and by mistake it is d point, actually it is copied from somewhere else, that's why it says d. So don't worry about that, the correct answer is fourth, b, c and f. Okay, now coming to the next, which variable have the global scope? Any variable which are defined outside the function, they have a global scope. Name two threats to computer security. Some may have written what we call it, spams, or identity theft. So these are not really the threats. Actually, these computer security means security to the computer or information stored in the computer. So that is a network security threat, and that is unauthorized access is one of the security threat. Then you have software like in viruses or Trojan horses, worms, and other malicious softwares which can cause danger to computer security. And secondly, we have a denial of service attack, that is also a computer security, right? So these three options can be mentioned in this question. Now coming to the 10, identify open source software. Here you can see Google Chrome is one of the open source software, and Linux is open source, what we call it, operating system, and Adobe Photoshop and McAfee antivirus softwares are proprietary softwares. Okay, what will the following query do? Obviously this will fetch record uh, whose person ID is 1, 3 and 4, right? This is simply, it simply says what this query will do, so you have to identify what this query is going to do. Okay, this is pretty simple. If you know SQL, it fetches all the details from the staff table where person ID is 1, 3 and 4. Okay, what is the difference between data definition language and data manipulation language? Till now everybody has written correct answer. I don't know how, but it is very simple. Data definition language are the language which can create or alter schema objects. Right here you cannot only say structure, alter a structure, you have to say create, alter or drop the schema objects. Okay, similarly data manipulation language are used to manipulate data stored in your relations, right? Now coming to the third, define aggregate function in SQL. So what are aggregate functions? Which act on multiple rows and give you a single result, just like average, sum, count, etc. Dash is a table, represents a logical relationship among a set of values. That's attribute. Sorry, that's a tuple. Now, coming to the question number 15, name the cheapest wired media, that is twisted pair cable. When would you go for linear search in an array and when for binary search? If we have a shorted list, long, very short, very shorted list in alphabetic order, or in what we can say in ascending or descending order, then we have to go for a binary search. And if list is unordered, then we have to go for linear search, and we do not have any option left. If the following code is executed, what will be the output of the following code? Now you can see it is again from where it is again from slicing. So 4 from -2, that is you have to calculate 4 first, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So u will be the first, and then m and capital C. If you mismatch the case, then your half marks is deducted. In MySQL, which command is used to create database? Create database command is your answer, right? So this is very simple. Identify the domain name and URL from the following. So income.in is your domain name, and if you say www.welcome.in home.aboutus.html is your URL. Actually, I should have used a slash here, but still the answer is this. SQL applies condition on group through dash clause after group have been. Okay, so answer is having. Okay, with is not a clause in SQL. Many people have written with, but this is not, there is no clause with. Okay, dash device is used to amplify signals. Many people have written amplifies. That's correct, or repeaters are the correct answers. So that's all for the day. Hope you have seen how to uh, go through this sample paper, and especially 1 marks questions, from where these are and where you have went wrong, and hope next time you will be more cautious and will give paper with more preparation. And secondly, I have calculated or counted only those answers which I found first. That means first 15 answer, whatever you have written, I have marked those only. Rest I have ticked if they are correct, and I have crossed them if they are wrong, but I haven't allotted marks. So do not come to me begging for marks for those answers. I'm not going to go give it to you. Okay, that's all for today, and next day we are going to discuss section 2. Till now, you have to do all these questions in your copy. That's all for the day.